Yeah, everybody, it's the Girl Goddess Intellect. Today I wanted to make a video about really depressing news. I don't have cable and I try not to read the news daily because it's depressing. But there are instances where stories will come across my timeline on social media where I just have to pay attention or I become really passionate about it. One of the examples is a Mike Brown situation and the recent news of Robin Williams passing. I kind of read the stories, I'll put my opinion out there, and then I'll like sit back and read a lot of the comments other people are making, and it really, 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 really broke my heart how ignorant general society is when it comes to mental illness and just the stigma behind it, because we still have so far to go in understanding. And I think part of it is because it's not a part of our curriculum, because there's not a whole, like, we're still in the process of researching where it comes from, what it is. Like, I mean, 2 centuries ago we were like using shock therapy to treat, or last century maybe, we're using shock therapy to treat people with mental illness. So we still are in the process of figuring out what causes it, what triggers it, how can we treat it, how can we prevent it. We're still, like, there's still so many studies to be done. And, a lot of people with mental illness are being heavily drugged, and that's not really working, because I know there are studies that say that people with mental illness who are receiving a lot of meds, it doesn't actually make the condition better, it actually prolongs it. And I've done a lot of research and educated myself, because I do have a parent with mental illness, schizophrenia. My mother has schizophrenia. So it's something that I've had some lessons in, but I've also had to like go out and learn about it, because I want to be informed for myself. And also, like, when I have children, I have to make sure that I'm being tested properly, I'm healthy, and that I know what to look for in the case that, my children do contract the disease, and how to treat it and so forth. So I always make sure to, just like heart disease, if it's in your family, you make sure to educate yourself and prevent it. It's the same type of thing for me. So I consider myself knowledgeable. I mean, I don't know everything, but I consider myself very knowledgeable when it comes to mental illness. And I was just surprised at how ignorant, a lot of society still remains on mental illness. I saw things like, Robin Williams is selfish, he has all this money, why would he even think of killing himself? Or people with depression just need to snap out of it. It's such an excuse. Everybody's using it as an excuse to cop out of life and not deal with it. And my response to that is, mental illness is usually a chemical imbalance. So the part of our brain where we use logic to say, okay, killing myself is not an option, I gotta be here for my family, and maybe I gotta get another job, or I can move on and go to another relationship, or whatever, that is somehow clouded so that their logic becomes something illogical to us. And it's a thing where you may not want to get out of bed in the morning. You may spend hours in your bed. You may spend like hours crying, and you know that you're crying, but you don't know why you're crying. So it's things where like the logic is not connecting with the actions of the person, and that can be very frustrating. And you may want to stay more isolated, and you may hide it from people. Also, because when you talk about your symptoms, people are like, just snap out of it. Girl, just get up and go for a walk, or go pray for it. And meanwhile, that is your reality, and that is the only reality you know at the time if you're not getting treatment. And I think it's also very difficult for people who have depression or mental illness to seek out help. And when they do, there's like these incredibly long waiting lists, and just so much assessments and so forth that has to be done. It's a really frustrating system to be in as a loved one from the outside, and as the actual person, battling with a mental illness. I wish things could be better, and I know that they will improve as we learn more, and as we have more doctors in the field and people who are passionate about helping others with mental illness. But I just ask you to educate yourself before you tweet, make a comment, or an opinion. I know you're frustrated. I know you don't understand, because if you don't have a family member with mental illness, it's like me speaking Chinese to you. Like, it's not something you understand, and I get it. But I ask, before you leave any kind of insensitive comments, be aware of who's reading. There may be someone on the verge of like taking their life that is reading your comment. So please educate yourself. Google is your best friend. Find out more. And even if you don't have someone directly in your family or in your social circle who's going through something, educate yourself. Educate yourself. I just feel like that is the key. I feel like we should be learning about this stuff in school, but I'm not in the education system. I don't know. Maybe things have changed. I'm not sure. But I do know that there are resources out there where you can get educated. And you may be asking why. Like, I don't have to deal with this. I'm fine with my opinion as it is. And I just think that's a wrong way, because somebody may come to you one day and may disclose to you that they are ready to take their own lives. And I feel like it's best if you are prepared and you take a proactive stance where you get educated about the different mental illnesses. It's not that hard. It's maybe like a 1-minute read on Wikipedia, and maybe a couple medical sites that will show you or give you resources where you can direct that person in. Because if someone comes to you for help and you're just like, pray it away, that person may leave that conversation even more depressed than when they came to you in the first place. And I'm sure, and I'm absolutely sure, somebody who has suffered from depression you have interacted with, like at work or in your family, and you may not have even known it. So it does affect us all. And I do encourage you to educate yourself. And if you have trouble finding any resources and you want to talk to me about anything, or if you're not feeling right, you know something's not right, and you just need someone to vent with, definitely email me at contact@goddessintellect.com. I'm here for you. I've dealt with family members who have mental illness. I'm very sensitive to those who are battling with mental illness, and I'm here for you in any way possible. So please reach out if you're feeling any type of way. I'm here for you. Okay? I hope you have a wonderful day. Make the best of it, and please educate yourself. Thank you. Bye.